Welcome, Latchkey Travelers. Today, I'm excited to welcome you to a special video featuring my daughter as we explore her first cruising experience on the Disney Magic cruise ship. As a new cruiser, she'll share her unique perspectives on restaurants, staterooms, entertainment moments, and more. So whether you're a seasoned cruiser or planning your first voyage, her insights will inspire you. So sit back and enjoy her wonderful adventure. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more magical content. So, Latchkey Travelers, I want to introduce you to my daughter. This is my daughter, Julia. She is 25 years old. She is a proud member of the United States Air Force. Sorry, mom card, I get to pull that. Julia just took her very first cruise. A couple of weeks ago, we were on the Disney Magic. So I wanted to get her perspective. Being a first-time cruiser, we're going to talk to her about her impressions, some of her favorite things. We want her impressions on the stateroom, the food, the entertainment, the adult spaces. We're going to cover it all. So Julia, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, so let's talk about Embarkation Day. I like to make a big deal about Embarkation Day. From your perspective, was it worth the hype? And if so, tell me what some of your favorite things were.
I think it was worth the hype. It was just so cool. It's nothing I'd ever experienced before as far as the process of getting on the ship. Super easy. We just breezed right on. No delays, no hiccups, no wait times like at all. Um, Being welcomed onto the ship was something super cool, like by name. Um, and looking at the ship as you're, unloading your luggage and, getting ready to go through the process and all that stuff, looking at the Disney ships specifically compared to other cruise lines, it really does strike you how pretty those ships are and how um, just how they have this very classical style with the black hull and the pointed fronts, and it's so pretty. And then when you get on, that really does just continue. Again, you walk right on. You're welcomed on board by name, and you can go explore. You can go eat lunch. It really is. It's just cool like that.
So one of the first things that we did was go and experience some of the food. The food is a big deal throughout cruising. And now I want to talk to her a little bit about the restaurant experiences and see what she thought. Julia, if you don't mind, just give us a rundown on each of those. You can go in any order you want, and then we would like to know what your favorite was. So take it away.
Yeah, so the restaurant experience on the Disney ships is just phenomenal. With the rotational dining and the wait staff that you're assigned, it's all like the immense attention to detail and how they take care of you. It's really nothing like I've ever experienced before. And all three restaurants, every time we ate there, whether it was for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, phenomenal. The food was always good. The service was always even better. The shows during the dinners were really entertaining, fun to be around. I'd say my favorite restaurant on the Magic was Animator's Palette. Just both nights, both shows, really cool, really funny. Um, Especially seeing how they, add color to the whole place as the night goes on, and it's really cool. It's a very, very unique restaurant that I just really enjoyed being at.
So tell us about Rapunzel's table.
Rapunzel's Royal Table.
Rapunzel's royal table. Yes.
Yeah, Rapunzel's Royal Table was cool with all the lights everywhere, and even when the ship kind of moved a little bit, it kind of made the floating lanterns move a little bit, which was kind of cool. Um, but yeah, that German medieval style um, theming that they have, and the entertainment, the music, really good. The live music that they had playing was really good. Uh, Very cool with Princess Rapunzel and Flynn Rider going around each of the tables, the little show that they had, and the audience participation. Really, really entertaining.
Absolutely. How about Lumiere's? What do you think of that?
Lumiere's is cool, nice and classic. Very
Fancy.
pretty restaurant. Fancy, yeah, yeah. Trying
Fancy.
to, with that classical French theming, like French dining and all that.
So tell me about the desserts.
Oh, the desserts were awesome. More often than not, we got more than one dessert on any given night because you can, you don't have to pick just one. You can try it all. Um, we, but yeah, all the desserts were solid, really good.
Great. I love it. Another big thing that people have a lot of questions about and they're very interested in are staterooms. Now, there were four of us in that stateroom, which sounds tight. What did you think of the stateroom?
Gotcha. Yeah. So there were four adults, in that stateroom, and I really never got the sense that we were cramped for space. We were
Even with all the
never like,
beds down.
even with all the beds down, we were never waiting to use any of the bathrooms. Even though it is a small space, we never felt on top of each other. Never had any discomfort or anything as far as that goes. Yeah, and the beds were comfortable. I had
Yes.
no trouble falling asleep with the sound of the ocean, outside because we would leave the door open. And just, those full days too and big meals, once your head hits the pillow, like you're asleep, you really have no trouble. You really shouldn't have any trouble falling asleep. But yeah,
Right.
we were comfortable. We all had plenty of room, exactly what we needed in our stateroom.
So anything unique at all about the bathrooms?
Yeah, the bathrooms are cool. The fact that there's technically two, because there's one with the toilet and then another with the shower. Um,
And both have a
so that if
sink.
one and both have a sink, right? So if someone needs to take a shower, they don't have to wait on somebody who's going to the bathroom or using one of the sinks. That also helps us feel like we're not stacked on top of each other and fighting for space and things like that. So that's a really, really cool design. That's really neat.
What about the adult only areas? A lot of concerns that people have about going on a Disney cruise is just constantly being around kids. What was your experience with that?
I love the way Disney organize their adults only and kids only spaces and really all the spaces that they have for designated for different age groups and all walks of life, stages of life. It's really cool with Quiet Cove, the adults only pool area, no kids allowed in there. The clubs after dinner and all that stuff were adults only with adults only games and events, and it is really cool. There's always a place you can go. If you just don't want to be around children, you don't have to be around children at all times of the day. So it is really neat to have those spaces. I think Disney was
Yeah, and
very
we also
conscious of
did
that.
some, even during the day, there were some trivia and
Hmm.
drawing opportunities and some adult only activities that we could do that you didn't necessarily have to have kids in there with you. So that's kind of nice that you don't have to wait to do the adult only activities during the evening. You can actually do some during the day, which was nice too. Yeah.
Right, right.
And so, speaking of adults only activities, every night after dinner, it was time to go play and have some fun. And so, tell me about some of those things. And, feel free to elaborate as much as you want.
Are you sure?
We'll keep it PG.
Yeah, yeah. No, those adults only games and trivia's after dinner. It was really cool. With your entertainment host and just everybody there to have fun. Like you really do feel it. There's just like electricity in the air and you can just kind of let loose. So there were different games every night, a couples game, some competitions, winning some prizes and stuff. We won a couple prizes. On this cruise during our adults only game.
Yeah.
Um, but
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
they're
Play
they're
to
super
win.
fun. Really,
I play to
it can
win.
get hysterical. It can get really hysterical.
So we'll come back to some of the things that we got to do in the after hours clubs because what I wanted your perspective on was the shows
Hmm.
because there were some Broadway style shows, but then there were some other shows that they ended up bringing into the adults only area for another performance. So if you would tell me about the Broadway shows first, and then segue into the other shows that we saw in the theater and how we ended up doing some of those in the after hours areas as well.
Yeah, so on the Disney Magic, they do three Broadway style shows. It's Tangled the Musical, which is based off of Tangled, Twice Charmed, which is kind of a spin on the original Cinderella story, and Disney Dreams, which is kind of, as you said, a love letter to all the classic Disney stories with, Peter Pan and Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella, Little Mermaid, and all that stuff. And they're all really, really cool. Performances are good. Music is entertaining. It's a really good spectacle. Very, very entertaining to watch. And the other shows that they do, kind of in between those Broadway shows, they have Eric Jones, the magician, and Lynn Trefsker.
Truff's, Truff something. Lynn Joy is her legal name, remember?
Right, right. The ventriloquist. So, in between those Broadway shows at the Walt Disney Theater, they have the illusionist one night and the ventriloquist another. Later in the cruise, the ventriloquist and the illusionist, they each have their own smaller shows in the after hours venues for adults only. And that's really neat because, the kids aren't there, and so the show's a little different. They can be a little more grown up with their humor. Audience
Mhm.
engagement is also a lot more fun because it's a smaller venue. You can see things a lot closer. Um, Very, very neat, very cool. That was really entertaining.
There are a variety of things that you can do for port excursions. We did just one day, we did just a beach day at Grand Cayman, and then another day we did an actual port adventure excursion to Cozumel. Julia's going to tell you all about those. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, our port adventure in Cozumel. That was booked through Disney themselves. So what's cool about that is that you have certain guarantees. The companies that organize and run these events, they're vetted by Disney and have a decent level of trust that they're not going to scam you, that they are going to keep you safe, and that they will get you back on the ship on time. Regardless, if you book any excursions through Disney, the ship's not going to leave without you anyway if they're late, which is not a guarantee you have if you book through a third party. And Disney really does do their research on who they partner with for these excursions, because our crew we had on our catamaran, super super fun guys, and they took really good care of us, and they gave a great tour with our scuba diving and our beach party afterwards. They were leading us around during the scuba diving, and they were showing us all the different fish and getting the fish to literally pose with you for underwater pictures, which was really neat. And they did little tricks like blowing bubble rings and pointing out certain fish. We saw stingrays, we saw blue tangs, we saw pufferfish. It was just really really cool.
And
And
we were on our catamaran less than 5 minutes after stepping onto the dock. We were
oh yeah,
walking
we
literally.
basically walked right on. It was real easy. They were just right there, ready to go. We weren't just standing around waiting for stuff. It was
Mhm.
run really really well. So yeah, the I'm sorry, snorkeling, not scuba diving. We did snorkeling. Snorkeling
Snorkeling.
was really good. The snorkeling was really really fun, and then our beach party on the catamaran afterwards, also super fun. They just take you to this beach that is private, I guess. Only
It
they
was,
they have
yeah.
it. It was, yeah, yeah, it is actually private, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so their own private beach, and there were slides and trampolines out on the water you could go play on, a little burger stand if you wanted to get some food, and of course the drinks. The drinks just were flowing, and
Yes, they were.
hammocks, plenty of trees, pretty trees. You
Mhm.
sit in the shade, you could play in the water, you could just relax. Something for everybody to do on the beach, which is really
How
cool.
about Grand Cayman? What did you think of Grand Cayman? Because
Grand Cayman,
we did not book an excursion for Grand Cayman.
that's right, we didn't. But it was really, really cool. Just walking along 7 Mile Beach, along that really pretty water. There's nowhere you have to be. You can just kind of slow down and enjoy it, take it all in, take in the sun, the sounds, the sand. You know, the sand is pretty soft over there. Um, yeah, very pretty, clean streets over there in Grand Cayman. We really had a good
So,
time.
so all in all, you had a great time on your port adventures. You highly recommend doing something. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, have a plan. Do something. Don't just stay on the ship. Go out and explore.
Right.
Do something.
So from A to Z, um, overall impression of cruising, like how hooked are you? How hooked are you now on this type of vacation?
I think I caught your bug because I'm eager to. I want to see the rest of the Disney ships now. I'd always kind of known for many years that I always wanted to go on a cruise. I just never done that before, and it always seemed to really appeal to me, even at a young age. So I finally got to go, and um, I caught the bug that I think you and Dad got a couple years ago. So now I can tag along for all your adventures too. So.
Well, you were a great fun on the ship, and we loved hanging out with you and showing you everything. And it was really kind of fun for me and Dad to see it through your eyes and to see the excitement of everything through your eyes. So that was really kind of cool. So, Julie, I want to thank you for joining me today and giving me your honest perspective about your cruise. And I guess maybe I'll interview you when we do another one and just see what your follow-up experience was like. Are you game?
I'm game. Let's go.
All right.
I want to thank Julia for joining us on the Latchkey Traveler channel and sharing her incredible first cruising experience aboard the Disney Magic. I'd love to know what you thought about Julia's journey. Did it inspire you to set sail on your own adventure? Let me know in the comments. You can visit my website at www.thelatchkeytraveler.com to schedule your consultation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Your support helps me continue bringing more fantastic travel stories to share. See you next time, Latchkeys!